modes of data communication, and purpose of networking. So first of all, we'll begin by defining the terms used in networking. So the first one is networking. This one we define as a collection of independent entities, normally arranged in such a manner as to exchange data, information, or resources. And then a computer network, therefore, can be defined as a collection of two or more computers which are connected together using transmission media for the purpose of communication and sharing of resources. And then we have transmission media, refers to physical or non-physical link or links between two or more computers, and in which a signal is made to flow from source to destination. So transmission media, we can have guided media or unguided media in case of wireless, of a wireless network. So we also have a server. Server is a powerful computer that provides services to other computers on the network. It enables information, resources, and network devices to be shared on a computer network. So we continue to a network server. So a network server is a computer reserved as the mother of all computers on the network, and is characterized by a high hard disk and main memory capacity, that is RAM, and it also stores and runs a special program called the server software out the network operating system, which controls the computers on the network. Then we have clients, which is another term that we use, refers to the workstations or the terminals, which are normally attached to the network, on which the network users do their work to send requests to the server. They are less powerful than the server and use resources provided by the server. And then they also have their own operating systems and files. Now, this is the illustration of a server in a network. So you can see the communication medium, that's the backbone. And so, elements are connected uh, to through the media. So we have the client computers, we have the printer, we have the server. And so the client computers on the network can share the resources like the printer because they are network. So we go to data communication. Data communication refers to the process of transmitting data signals from one place to another through communication media. And the basic components here in a data transmission system we have a central computer, we have terminal devices, we have telecommunications links between the central computer and the terminal device. We have different modes of data transmission. And now these modes normally are three. So we have the simplex type of transmission. This is communication in one direction, normally used especially in radio or television. So here the viewer or the listener cannot communicate back. So this kind of communication is one way. Then we have half duplex transmission, refers to communication in both directions, but in one direction at a time. So an example is a walkie-talkie, normally used as a form of radio used by police officers. So normally, one officer has to talk. Yeah. Once it's done, then the other can communicate back. Full duplex transmission. Now, this refers to communication which occurs in both directions simultaneously. That is, computers are sending and receiving data on a network. We have factors to consider when selecting a data transmission system. So we look at the cost of each type of transmission medium. Is it affordable either to an organization or a company? So cost is an important factor. And then we have distance between the computer and the terminals. How close or how far are the computers? So this will also help to determine the kind of data transmission system that that will be used. Then we also consider the fact that whether the data should be transmitted directly to the computer line. This is also another factor to consider. And then the type of data transmission to be used, that is whether one way or two way. Again, depending on the form of communication and the audience, uh, we it's important to consider the type of transmission to be used. Then the volume of data to be processed, also very equally important, whether it is batched. This refers to processing that occurs at a go, or whether it's collected individually to be processed immediately. So that means one piece of work at a time. Then we also have the speed of transmission. Yeah, some some you know certain organizations will demand very fast communication or transmission, and so depending on the organization size and amount of work, speed will be very key and will be a key consideration. We have accuracy and reliability, also very important. Uh, so uh, Accuracy is critical, especially in business, because you know uh, there's great demand for work that is can be relied upon. Purpose, we have resource sharing. Uh, a network resource refers to any component that can be attached to the network for access by users such as programs, printers, etc. So a network enables resource sharing. We have remote communications, refers to transmission of data signals between two communicating devices, which are located at different locations geographically. So any computer that tries to gain or to access resources from another computer on the network is referred to as a remote client, and the computer being accessed is called a remote host. So a network allows remote uh, communication. Then we have distributed processing facilities, refers to the ability to run same programs or databases on different computers, which are on the same network, but placed in different separate locations. So each computer has its own peripherals. Yeah. Though in large organizations, files will reside on the user's computers rather than a central computer, and are only transmitted periodically to update the central. Cost effectiveness, we aim to, you know, to save on resources because they are scarce. And so one way to cut costs is through networking. So the initial cost of purchasing and laying down networks could or may be expensive. However, the saving experience and value added to service delivery makes networks cost effective. Through or as they increase effective use of scarce resources, they also enhance daily communication. Reliability, this we see in form of data can be transferred with minimum errors from source to destination. A user can still access information from other computers on the network even when one computer breaks. So thank you. That's the end of my presentation.